I get shit done, I have fun, it's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.
Hello and welcome to another session of the Business Renovator. Today we have an interesting guest with a really valuable topic. The top 5 challenges in a sales career and how to overcome them. We've only got 30 minutes, so it's going to be intense and it's going to be jam-packed with 5 great ideas and solutions to, if you're in the selling space, to help you get to another level. We'll have a lively conversation. I know, because I've met the guy. Here he is, Greg Belanger. Welcome, Greg.
Hey, good morning, Phil. It's quite the introduction. Wow, I guess I'm pretty big in my world, huh?
So when we know where we're going, we got our priorities mapped out. Now you're suggesting that the next key is prospecting.
Yeah, prospecting, finding qualified leads, right? It's one of the top challenges in any sales career, and many sales professionals struggle with it, right? So, the bottom line is trying to sell to unqualified leads is just a waste of your time. You may have some good conversations, but if it's not going to end up in the sale, then it's a befwat, which is French for big friggin' waste of time.
Oh, bonjour. That's not as much French as I know.
Now you know some French. Okay, so again, it comes back to it's your attitude towards prospecting, right? You develop an attitude. Your attitude is going to determine your outcome when prospecting. Okay, so first thing I would recommend is building out your ideal client profile. Who's going to benefit the most and really want what you have to offer and sell, and who's going to value it. A clue to do that is look at your existing customers and past customers, do a dive and figure out who they are and what you've done for them and what benefits they've got for it. And that really helps you to filter out the whole process. Again, it's a process where if you're fit, great, let's do it. If not, don't waste your time, move on and get to the next one. Right. So the other aspect of it is building out a prospecting plan. Right. Build out your plan. The most important thing is you can plan all you want, but you need to execute it. Okay? Be disciplined and focused. Again, execute it and then measure it. And what I'm doing, is it working? So when you got those scorecard measurement tools, I always develop my own personal scorecard, because my if you're in sales and you've got management, they've got a scorecard they're measuring you against. But as you alluded to at the beginning, those are artificial goals that have been set by somebody else. I've always thrived by setting my own goals and my own standards, and as long as I'm either meeting or exceeding my employer's goals, then I'm in a good space, and my job is secure, and I'm making money, and I'm traveling, and life is grand.
Yeah, absolutely. Prospecting is an ongoing process, and being open and creative is a really good thing to do. And it just takes us now to, we could spend the whole show on prospecting.
Yeah, actually, I just want to touch before you move on. I want to touch on a couple things on prospecting, Phil. Just the idea is use multiple tools to reach your prospect. Okay? The telephone is one of your tools. It's not the only one, but you know what? It's a very, very powerful tool, and it still works. There's a lot of myths and a lot of misconceptions, and that are out there, and I've seen, especially sorry guys, but a lot of the younger generation coming up are just it pains them to pick up the phone. They've grown up text messaging and learning to my word, hide behind their technology, hide behind their keyboards. You know what? Pick up the phone and have a conversation. It goes a long ways and really works. Okay, obviously, I don't know what you think about that, Phil, but
Well, people like to people buy from people. They don't buy from technology. Technology is just a tool, just as like a golf club in your golf bag is a tool. There's a variety of different clubs in there, putter to driver and everything in between. And the same is true with the sales profession. Not one thing is the best thing, and not one thing works all the time. and not one thing fails all the time. It's a marriage or blending or a hybridness of all of those activities. And it's not boring if you have a variety of different prospecting modalities. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no kidding. There's email, there's text messaging, there's using the social media, LinkedIn, using it to, again, when we get into social media, the proper way to use social media is to make connections, get engagement, and start relationships, begin relationships.
Oh,
You know,
what was that word? Start what?
relationships.
Yes, I totally agree. That's people buy from people. And Bob Berg, I found out, was the father of this phrase of people do business with people who they trust. And what's the other word?
Yep.
Right. So it's people. Yeah. I'm also in the sales training profession.
Okay.
Helping salespeople feel proud of their profession and giving them modalities, methodologies, and helping them manage their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And many of mine, the clients that have adapted the philosophies of Coach philosophies, I get that, play with that, have found that selling is a lot easier and a lot less stressful, and they can get a lot more shit done in less time with the right attitude, mindset, and modalities to be a professional seller. It's such a great career, I think. Is it easy? Nope. It's not, because you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable on a regular basis.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the 80-20 rule, 80% of people don't do well in selling, no matter what the field is, a general rule of thumb, because they think it's an easy job, or it's where I wish, if you ever listen to Brian Tracy talk about his career path, after his job after getting fired from all his cleaning jobs, from washing dishes and those sort of things,
Yeah.
he got into sales because that's a natural next step. Well, he didn't know how to sell, but he wasn't afraid of a bit of hard work. And as a result of that, if you've never heard of Brian Tracy, go check him out, Brian Tracy, and see and Google him and see how much content is there, how many, it's in the millions. He's an amazing individual, started out bootstrapping, and has been for many years a thought leader, teacher, coach, mentor to people all over the world. And that's who Focal Point is tied to. It comes from Brian Tracy's teachings. That's why I'm giving him a plug.
Very cool. He's an Albertan, right? He had his roots in Edmonton.
Well, yeah, he's actually Canadian from Vancouver, moved to Edmonton, started the Phoenix Seminar, which I'm a graduate of. And now I have been for a number of years facilitating the replacement of that, because it morphed into the Perform at Your Best, which is really coming out of the Phoenix Seminar, which is something that if you haven't done it or something like it, find some way to get through it. It's fabulous training. Thanks for that, Greg. Appreciate you taking time to be on the Business Renovator today. And I wish you and our viewers much success.
Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Take care.